let's go through your book for this week. So first, let's just take a look at the cover. What do you notice? What do you notice about the cover? Read the title to yourself. Celebrating Food and Family. Does your family celebrate certain holidays together? When you do, are there special foods that you eat just for that holiday? What do you think that this book will be about? So let's take a minute and walk through the book. Here's the table of contents. You have the introduction, Yam Festival, Chuseok. And do you know how I know how to say that? Do you remember that if there's a word that's unfamiliar, oftentimes in the book they will show you how to say it right here. So chew, like a train, choo choo, and then sock. That's how we say that. Sukas, the conclusion, and the glossary. Do you remember what a glossary is? We'll see if you remember at the end. Here's the introduction. You can see here's one family celebrating a holiday together. Let's go back to page 4. Let's read this one together. Introduction. People around the world celebrate the harvest season, a time when the crops are ready to be gathered and eaten or stored for the year ahead. In the United States, people celebrate the harvest in November. This celebration is called Thanksgiving. So, what happens during the harvest season? What does harvest mean? So, harvest is the time when, after the summer, when everything has grown and all the farms are full of fruits and vegetables and other things, harvest is when you actually pick everything that you've grown. So, if you're growing corn, it's when you go in and gather up all the corn that you've grown. Or if you're growing wheat or tomatoes, you go in and pick it all. That's harvest, okay? And you can see, of course, we always need to read these captions, right, underneath the picture. A farmer gathers his corn crop. So what's a crop? I think you might be able to tell by looking at this picture and thinking about the sentence. A farmer gathers his corn crop. So a crop is what you grow. Okay, so if you grew a bunch of corn, then your crop is corn. If you grow a bunch of lettuce, then your crop is lettuce. It's what you grow. Okay. And what does gather mean? Gather means to pull it all together, right? Okay. So let's keep going. Page 5, family having their Thanksgiving dinner. And then we learn about a new kind of festival, a yam festival. And this happens in the South Pacific Islands. So this book is sharing with us different festivals, different harvest festivals from different parts of the world. Here's another one, Chuseok, right? This is in Korea. So let's read this page together, page 10. The next morning, everyone dresses in their best clothes. They visit the graves of their ancestors. Shin carries rice cakes stuffed with sesame seeds. She bows and places her offering on the grave. She says, "Good fortune, ancestor." Her father bows and asks that the ancestors are pleased with him. Her mother bows and tells the ancestors they are happy as a family. So let's think about this page. What do people wear when the festival begins? What does it say that they wear? It's in the first sentence. If you said their best clothes, then you're right. And where do they go that morning? Think about where they go. And then what does Shin carry with her? So they go to the graves of their ancestors, right? Ancestors being their family members who have died before them. And Shin is carrying rice cakes stuffed with sesame seeds. Okay. All right. And then the last one we get to learn about is Sukkot. And this is an Israeli festival, Jewish festival. And then this is the conclusion. Okay, and here's the glossary. I think you knew this, but in the glossary, remember, we can look up the words that we might not know. Okay? All right, that's your book for this week. Go ahead and read the whole book to yourself now, and we will be working on this book all week and next week.